Get the new Donkey Kong 64 bundle with the Banana Yellow game pack and the new Jungle Green N64 console. It's got a Jungle Green controller and comes with the...
Yo, listen up. We will not live in a two-dimensional world.
We won't go in one direction
or zig where we can zag.
We will walk through walls.
We will take a look around us.
We will not be confined.
We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
We will experience true freedom.
We will not compromise. We will live the game through our hands.
We will be in control of something.
We will change the system.
It's Ferret 64 with your host, Yemmy the Ferret. Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Yemmy the Ferret here, with another episode of Ferret 64. I hope the music is low enough this time, because God knows it wasn't before. Am I right? Hey, I am right. Alright. Hey, here I am. What's up everybody? What is up everybody? Yes, the new logo is getting worked on, and it is getting pretty close to completion, which is pretty freaking fantastic. I'm going to turn on some background music for us. Today's pick in background music, we have Call of Duty 2019 OST main menu theme. A classic, right guys? I was looking for the Modern Warfare 2 one and I gave up, so I downloaded this one instead. I guess I just didn't search enough. Anyways, hey, how is everyone doing? Chrono Dave, thank you for joining the podcast, the live stream. Also, thank you for your re-sub. That's right, re-sub. That is right. Thank you so much. Remind me either tomorrow when we're live streaming or Saturday, and we will do karaoke for you, Dave. I don't do the karaoke during the podcast, so remind me either one of those 2 days, and that'll be your karaoke day. We'll do a karaoke song for you, okay? I don't want to do it today, especially because I'm just getting over a cold, a sickness. So I have a whole stewing pot of Slayer brand water that I'm gonna drink just to keep my airwaves, you know, moisturized. If I start to cough or something like that and I run out of water, I'm gonna do a BRB, get some more water, then we'll come back and I should be refreshed. But hopefully that won't happen because I have a large glass of water, or cup of water. Not really a glass because it's plastic. Am I right, folks? So yeah, thank you guys for joining. Let's get right into it. So today, one of the first things that I have is something I want to do first before we get to the what did I play recently part of the podcast. Is that a little too? I put it a little too low now. There's no happy in between with this thing. If you put it on like 5, it's like, hey, you can hear it really, really well. Anyways, yeah, stay hydrated. That's always good advice. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about today was the new desktop Goose. What if the Entitled Goose game was your entire computer? So I have already downloaded this and unzipped it, but let's watch the little trailer thing for Untitled Goose game desktop version. He steals the mouse. He brings gifts, which are just memes. He writes notes. He makes video games crazy. Desktop Goose, download now. So, I've taken the liberty of already clicking on the link. So, Desktop Goose. What is Desktop Goose, you might ask? Honk, honk, hear ye. I've created a goose for your desktop. He'll nab your mouse, track mud on your screen, and will leave you messages, deliver you memes. Play video games with a desktop buddy who will attack you if you poke him. Fill out spreadsheets while your screen fills up with instances of Goose Notepad. There's a Windows and Mac version you can download. He also notes he is not affiliated with House or Panic. He's also added a new modding API. You can now add your own notes and texts and your own memes. And you can also config toggles. Unlimited memes. Put whatever memes you want in the assets folder. Added GIF support and configure the Goose. Alter properties of the config Goose file to adjust his aggression. And of course, he's going to be updating the page. So if you want to, you can download it now if you go to the link, which is samperson.itch.io/desktop goose. Desktop dash goose. Hey, Douglas and Dragons, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm just getting over being sick. But I'm good, nonetheless. And, oh wow, it's Greedy Waffles. Yes, this is for mature audiences only. I already know what he's about to say. So yeah, you can download for Windows or Mac. So I took the liberty of downloading it into my downloads folder. So here's what it looks like downloaded on your computer and opened up. So you have to use, I use 7-zip to unzip it. Greedy Waffle, I know what you're going to say, and it's going to be painless. That's what you're going to say. So, in the assets folder, this is where you can add new images, like memes. I added a few myself, and I added JPEGs, and all the ones in here was already PNG, so I don't know. I tried JPEGs, we'll see if it works. I didn't really do anything else. I didn't want to mess with anything. So let's go ahead and run it. Here, he's already here! Oh, shit! So there he is. He's walking on my screen right now. He's literally walking on my screen. I don't think he can do dual screen, so he shouldn't be able to go over to my Streamlabs setup. But essentially what he's going to do is he's just going to be a nuisance while we do the news. What do you guys think about that? The title of this podcast is going to be Untitled Goose Ruins Podcast, right? K-pop, yay! Oh, he's already bringing over a meme for us. Wow, that's a great meme. It's Spider-Man cowering on top of a bus stop sign, and the goose is honking at him. That's a rad meme. Thank you, Untitled Goose. Now watch this. He's mad that I closed it, and he's going for my mouse. Look at that. Oh, you can't get me over here on my other monitor, you stupid noob. Got him. Anyways, let's move on to can't see the duck in Randy's white spot. Don't worry, we'll change it around. So let's get into the first part of the podcast that we like to call What Has Yemmy Been Playing This Past Week? That's right. What have I been playing this past week? Yes, you're going to be hearing the wet footsteps of the Untitled Goose the entire podcast. You're welcome, everyone. You are quite welcome. What have I been playing this week? I actually, since I've been sick, I really haven't been playing a lot. It's... what the fuck? Sorry, had to type this with my feet. So yeah, he brings notes as well onto the screen. Oh, he's got my mouse! He's got my mouse! Whoa! Give it back! Give it back, you bastard! Thank you. So guys, what have I been playing this week? And I think the number one thing that I've been playing this week has been a game that we like to call Zombie Army 4 Dead War. So, the first thing I'd like to mention is that they changed the name from Zombie Army Trilogy, Zombie Army, to just Zombie Army. Now, I don't know if they took out the Nazi thing because of European restrictions. I don't know. Oh, he's tracking mud on my desktop now, guys. Come on. I don't know if they took out the Nazi thing because of European restrictions or what. I know they've been a little bit more lax lately with the restrictions, but it's just one of those things that's like, I think that, whatever. It doesn't really matter in the long run, but I'm going to call it Nazi Zombie Army probably 15 times while I talk about it. So this game takes place after the original trilogy, which is, it's a good trilogy. It's 3 games that they're just like the Sniper Elite games, except they're with zombies, right? And there's bullet time, and there's different weapons, and he says, "I'm Goose." Honk. Okay, thank you. So yeah, they're just like the Sniper Elite games, except maybe a little. They're a lot more arcade-like, but this game took that up a notch, where you have special melee moves, you have special moves in general when you're shooting different weapons, like you're shooting your sniper rifle, you press E while you're aiming, and it'll do like a super shot, or if you do a melee attack when it's fully charged, it will do like an electric punch, or throw an axe, a fire axe, something like that. And with your submachine gun, it'll do. I think it does like just a burst of. It just fires all the bullets in one shot, I think. And with the pistol, it does like a lock onto the head type thing, and it's kind of like a cowboy Overwatch character, McCree. It's kind of like his special move, but I think you can only do up to 3 enemies. But it really helps when going against the bigger enemies, like the armored giants. What's he pulling over now? The Goose is now there's a goose with a crown in a picture, and he's put it on our screen. Thank you, Goose. So I don't have many gripes with this game, but the one gripe I have right now is the fact that there's not enough guns in the game. There's a few sub guns, secondary weapons, but I don't think there's enough rifles in this game. And I'm level 30 and I haven't unlocked another rifle. I thought you were going to unlock them as you go. But what I found out is they're not going to give you more rifles until the Season 1 starts, which is actually right now. So during the weekly events, you'll be able to unlock new weapons, skins, emotes, blah, 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 blah. But I really, I would like to earn new weapons, like what happened to the Kar 98? What happened to the M1A1 carbine? What happened to the SVT and all those other beautiful weapons, the Type 99 from the other game? Now, right now, I cause problems on purpose, he says to me. Thank you, Goose. So the M1 Garand, the Gewehr, the G34, and the Mosin Nagant are the 3 weapons you can kind of start out with. And then there is a repeater rifle, like a Western repeater rifle that was used, that is a gun in Strange Brigade that you can download for like $5, or if you have the season pass, you get it for free. Well, for free in quotations. That's the only thing right now that's bugging me, because I like the guns, like the things you can upgrade on them, like the perks and stuff, is amazing, and I like everything that you can do with it, but I want to unlock new weapons as I progress. Right now I'm just unlocking new perks, new emotes, new skins, stuff like that as I level up, but I would like more weapons. That's all I want. I'm sure by the time that this game gets a year in, there'll be tons of weapons for you to enjoy, but right now I wish that they had included some more rifles. I actually, I caved in and bought the season pass, and I was using the Strange Brigade rifle. It is very good. It's very fun to use. The one gun I haven't used a lot is the Mosin Nagant, even though it is a very powerful sniper rifle. I just don't like it. It takes too long to reload. Also, here's another thing, guys. Where's the Springfield? Where's the Springfield in this game? Come on, that's like a staple of the main character. You know, it's kind of annoying that they're like, oh, thank you, Goose. He pulled over the same meme we had before. It's a little annoying to me. That's it. But everything else about this game I love. Let me talk about the things I like, guys. Horde mode. Horde mode is amazing. It's like I think that most of the waves are roughly the same until you get to the part where it opens up the door and allows you to leave. Then the waves get progressively harder and harder until they force you to leave, where you die. But I really enjoy Horde mode, just the way that it's set up. You know, there's supply drops. You start with a random pistol, and that's all you have, and you have to find the supply drops and ammo. The waves progressively come, and they open up new areas at times. And I think that the 2 Horde maps we've played so far, they're very nice to play on, and they have both strengths and weaknesses, which I really enjoy. Oh, he's bringing over a new picture, guys. This one says, Thor, only I can lift Mjolnir, and the Goose is carrying the hammer of Thor. Okay, that's a good one. So, what else to say about this game? The campaign. I actually really like the campaign so far. Right now, I believe we're on chapter 3 or 4. We're in like a forest right now, and we just beat a zombie half-track, which was a really cool introduction. Now, I'm going to say this. The first chapter in the game is pretty short, and Greedy Waffle was so angry about it that he sent me several texts saying how disappointed he was. But chapter 2, like, the levels double in size. In chapter 3, they feel like they go on forever, but not in a bad way. I have been enjoying the campaign myself. I played through the chapter like the first chapter 5 times right now, because I've been going through like weekly challenges and just kind of finding all the collectibles right now. Peace was never an option, the Goose says. But I've been enjoying the length of them. I understand why the first chapter is shorter, is because, you know, it's more of like a training chapter. They kind of get you used to the base of the game. They put back in like the Suicider zombies and the Mulcher and the Flamers, and they got some new ones in there, and they're just kind of introducing you to the game, right? Whereas when you go into like the third chapter, you know, they start introducing new things to the game, like the zombie half track, and, you know, I'm sure there's going to be more stuff as we continue on, because oh look, he stepped in mud again. But I understand why the first chapter is so short, and that's why I didn't want to really judge it on the first chapter alone, because I could tell that, yeah, it's just a training chapter. You know, it's three levels, or three levels long. And I can see, you know, they introduce traps, they introduce different gun mechanics, aiming, all this stuff. So yeah, I've been enjoying the campaign. Now, I don't know why it's crashing for Greedy Waffles. I don't know, because it hasn't crashed on me yet. It did slow down my computer a little bit, but that's because I was pressing the Windows key to minimize it up and down a lot, and I think I did it at the wrong time. Other than that, I've been having a fine time with the game. I haven't had any crashes or anything like that, and especially for a game on the Epic Store, it's actually running pretty good. And I guess it's not a bad thing, you know, that's on the Epic Store. So there you go. He keeps bringing over notepads, and they're just kind of saying the same thing on them. Excuse me. So, what else about the game, guys? The shooting mechanics are really fun, and they've added new bullet time things to show, like, zombie skulls, zombie organs, zombie ball sacks. Yes, I got a ball sack shot on one the other day, and I was like, okay, zombie balls are a thing. You know, that's what we're showing. I like those slowed down moments. I turned them off for trap kills, because that just seems like a little bit much. But I do have them on, and I do enjoy them a lot. Let's see. What else do I like about the game, guys? Oh, the other thing that was kind of annoying was they mixed around the controls a little bit, right? Instead of it being like, I think it was control to go to third person when you're aiming the sniper rifle, it's default to go into the scope, into the scope, and you zoom in and out. But if you want to go to third person while using the sniper rifle, you have to press like control. They changed it to F. Now, I wouldn't mind this if F wasn't also throw grenade. Because you can't just press F to pay respect, randomly to go in and out of third person and first person view with a sniper rifle if you're not aiming it. If you're not aiming it, then you throw a grenade. And it's like a little bit of an oversight there. But I'm getting used to it. It's something that you can't get used to. Now, if I go back to play the other games now, I'll probably have to relearn it again. Guys, stay hydrated. That's all I gotta say. Stay hydrated. You already showed us this one, Goose. I'm closing it out. So, the level up in the game. So, there's a few things that add to your leveling up in the game. So, there's completing bonus objectives in each part of the chapter. And then there's also, how good your kills are, right? You get your multiplier goes up as many headshots as you get, right? So, it keeps going up as many headshots as you get. If you start missing shots, the multiplier will reduce. I'm sorry. So the multiplier. Okay, let me restart that. So let's say I have a 5 times multiplier, right? Which is it's whatever the base amount for the kill is times 5, right? What happens if you don't get a kill after that there's little blocks and it goes down every second. So if you don't get a kill within, 5 or 6 seconds, it goes to yellow, then red, then eventually it goes away. If you miss shots, it also reduces as well. So, that's how that works. And it's still a cool way that it works, and I do like that. And I like that it's not just like one miss and your multiplier is gone, like in the other games. So it gives you a little bit more leeway. Like I said, this game is a lot more arcade than the other games, and those games were pretty arcade, you know what I'm saying? The graphics are really nice in this game as well. It's a very nice looking game. There's no real, bad things I have to say about it. I think that, excuse me, the blood splatter looks really nice in this game. The facial animations aren't really that great, but, it's a Sniper Elite game by Rebellion. None of them have ever had good facial animations, not even in Strange Brigade, so, it's really just a moot point at this point. Man, what is going on? What happens if he just kind of drags your mouse around. Here, watch. He'll take it. I can't move it at all. There we go. Yeah, I got it back now. Anything else? Well, perks. Thank goodness I'm watching this gameplay. So there's perks. You level up your gun with perks and upgrade kits. You find upgrade kits throughout the levels and by leveling up. And there's a lot of perks to get for your guns, which make them better. Some of the perks, they add like a fire element, electric element, double damage element, stuff like that. Other ones are for how much you can zoom in and out with sniper rifles. Other ones are for how much ammo is in a clip, for stability, etc., etc. And to get the better ones, you have to level up your character. Like, I think the max ones are 20 for most of them. So once you're level 20, you'll be able to unlock everything once you get upgrade kits. Also, good news, everyone. There's no microtransactions. Hell yeah, no microtransactions in this game. And I know what you're saying, guys. Hey. How long is that gonna last? That's the thing that worries me. I don't know. Once the season 1 gets started and gets going, I don't know if they're gonna add loot crates or anything like that. The only thing right now has been a little bit of day 1 DLC, which, if you pre-order the game, you get it pretty much all for free. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like we gotta wait and see on that. Is there anything else I want to say about Zombie Sniper 4, Zombie Army 4 Dead War? no, I think that's about it. I've been really enjoying the game. The hype was real. I was really excited for this game, and so far, completely enjoying the experience. Just a few things to get used to. I have to get over the fact that I'm not able to use as many guns as I would like to use right now. But you know, I'll wait. You know, I can wait for the season to start. And the nice thing, if there's not like a big update for it, right, every time there's a season, I'll be able to play it the day the season starts, right? Unlike another game that we'll talk about later today. Hold on 1 second, guys. Had to get some mucus out of my throat. Alright, let's move on. Like I said, really enjoying Zombie Army 4 Dead War. There you go. Gotta go clear your throat. Yes, I do. Alright, what's next? What do I have to talk about next? Oh my god, there's so many fucking notepads up. Far Cry New Dawn. Oh boy, guys. Far Cry New Dawn is better than Far Cry 5, I think. And I think that the story is a little bit better than Far Cry 5, maybe a little bit. And for the most part, I think the RPG elements of the game are better as well. And I think that if you buy it on a really cheap sale, that you're going to enjoy your time with the game. If you buy it for full price, you're going to hate yourself because the game has really nothing in it. There's a lot of cool, like, fun, like, bases to clear out, right? And the graphics look great, too. Especially when you crank them all the way up. Which, unfortunately, I could not. Even on my Alienware, I had to reduce them a little bit. But, still, the game looks beautiful. But, Greedy Waffle and I played this game on live stream on YouTube, and we finished it on Twitch the last week. And, the one thing I gotta say is, the game is a little boring. It's rough around the edges, and I think it takes Far Cry in the right direction, right? I think the RPG elements of, you know, leveling up your guns and stuff like that, I think it works a lot better than in the past games where you kind of have one base gun or, you know, a bow and arrow or something like that does this amount of damage, and the only way they give it more damage is to get a perk to get more damage. You know, I like this better. You know, the way of doing things better in this game, the looting system and all that. And I really enjoy going to each location, looting it to the amount that you want, and then moving on. The AI in the game is dumb, and I think that it still needs major improvements. The one thing that this game really sucked at was dialogue, whether it be the voice acting or what they were saying. And you could not skip. You could not skip the dialogue, right? So even like if you aim at the person and shoot them or aim at them in general, they'll stop talking and you'll have to restart the conversation, no matter where you're at, no matter how long the conversation is. And that really killed us a few times. You know, Nick forgot about it when we did it again, when we booted back up the game for the first time in like months, when we live streamed the end of it. We had done it a bunch of times. We accidentally would shoot them, or we accidentally would aim our gun at them. And, you know, it restarts the whole fucking dialogue, and it's like, come on, I don't care. You know, I just wish that they had allowed you to skip those things. If they allowed you to skip those things, I would have been completely fine with it. You know, I probably wouldn't have even listened to any of the dialogue in the game, to be honest with you. And that's how I am in a lot of Far Cry games, because Far Cry games, even though the villains are written really well, I mean, except for this one, you know, the dialogue from most characters is just like generic, dumb, written stupidness. Yeah, the two main villains in the game, the girls, they weren't really that great, and there's a lot of times where it's just like, you know, I just had a gun when I went into this room, but my guy won't pull out his gun to shoot these people. Like, they're evil. Obviously, they're evil. They're controlling the highwaymen, which is like the terrorists of this universe in this world. And I can't just pull out a shotgun and shoot them both in the face? And then at the end of the game, they had the audacity to have you mourn a character that we knew for like 5 minutes of gameplay, right? He's there at the train when the train originally gets hijacked, and then he's there in the middle of the game because you're trying to find him, and he gets shot in the face. And they expect you to be like all sad, and these people are in the game are sad, and I'm like, who? I forgot what he looked like. I don't even remember his name. Like, that's how little they even talked about him in the game. Who? I don't know who. I really don't know who. But yeah, Far Cry New Dawn, like I said, it's better than Far Cry 5 and a lot of the Far Cry games I played. Only because, alright, we don't need another Thor one, Duck, okay? He got it from the other side. He got it from my second monitor. Oh, God. So, Far Cry New Dawn. Worth it on like a $5 sale. Anything else, skip it. Pass it up. Like I said, the RPG elements keep it going and keep it fun. And playing it with a friend, obviously, keeps it fun. But anything else, I mean, if you're a hardcore Far Cry fan, of course you're going to want to pick this up. But if you're not, you know, you can skip it until it's a really good sale. Like, Far Cry 5, I disliked that game a lot. Not only because it was a messy, thrown-together game, but because the plot was just so ridiculous. You were literally, in the end, helping the enemies. In this game, you're not really helping, you're more going against the enemies, which is what I like about the game. There's not as much, like, mumbo-jumbo bullshit, even though you do meet several characters from the last game. They're a little bit less in this one, and I like that about the game, right? So, yeah, Far Cry New Dawn, not my favorite thing ever. Glad we finally finished it, but it's definitely not going to be re-downloaded on my PC ever again. So, bye! So, the last game that I played while I was sick, Blazing Angels, Squadrons of World War II. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, Squadrons. You're saying, what game? What's this game? This game is an old PS2, Xbox 360, Wii era game. It was before achievements and trophies were a major thing. And it was on the Wii, so the graphics aren't, like, amazing. But I will say this. The gameplay still really holds up. I played through about half the campaign in one sitting without even realizing it. Like, the game is just it's a pretty arcade flying game, right? You press up on your joystick and the plane goes up. You know, that's as basic as you're gonna get in a flying game. And it's just it takes you through major battles of World War II, even though it's not entirely accurate. You know, it's not like the most accurate thing. But you play as an American fighter squadron. You have 3 squad buddies with you. And you just kind of go through the major battles of the war. So you start at Dunkirk, and you end up, I believe, at like the skies of Berlin or something like that. There was a second game that came out after this called Secret Missions of World War II or something like that, where you fly like early jet planes and stuff like that. I didn't even know this, but I played through the entire game on Xbox 360. I completely forgot I don't even remember what the game was about. Like, that's that's how much I cared about it, I guess. But I think I'll eventually get both these games on 360, and we'll play them on live stream when people vote for them. But I've really enjoyed this game still. It's still a pretty good game. The graphics don't hold up, of course, but I think in terms of like a World War II game that's all about flying, it's a really fun game. Yeah, it was my favorite game for a long time because it was just so much fun. It was just something different than a first-person shooter, you know. You had a lot of freedom in this game to kind of go for the planes that you wanted to go for, you know. Excuse me. The mission structure was really good as well, and I really do feel like, you know, it's just a very competent and well put together game. And some missions were a little bit more annoying than others, but for the most part, really fun game, good mechanics, great arcade shooter fighting game, And I think that anyone who likes World War II or playing games in general, this is a nice little one that can keep you busy. There's torpedoes, bombs. I think you can fly a bomber in this one as well at one time. Or was it the second game? You know, I might be getting them confused now. I don't know. But there definitely are torpedoes and bombs and and missiles in this one. And there's a lot of fun little levels in this game. So yeah, I think I'll definitely be getting both of them for the 360, and we'll be adding them to our live stream list because I really do want to get back to these games. The soundtrack in these games are really good as well. I really like the soundtracks in these games. Let me pull it up actually, because I do really like it. Let's see. Fuck off, Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Main theme music. Let's listen to a little bit of the main theme music. It's just very bombastic, you know, bombastic. Just really in your face, you know. I love the main melody theme of it. The drums in the background, you know. It just feels like a game about flying World War II planes, you know. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a very nice theme. Like I said, it's very bombastic. This was early Ubisoft, guys. This was early Ubisoft before they turned into a shithole, guys. Come on. Good stuff. I love the violins in this. It just mixed with the brass instruments. It's just so... It just has such a nice feel to it, you know? It's a very nice feel to it. And then the goose honks, right? He's like, "Eh! Don't forget I'm here!" Doug, what do you think of the soundtrack so far, Doug? Because you're a musical guy, right? Doug he writes parody songs and music on his own channels, and he Twitch streams as well. I'm interested to know what he thinks about the soundtrack. But that's all of what I played while I was sick. I didn't play much while I was sick. Ooh. Yep. That was mucus, guys. Get it out of the system. All right. That's how many notepads the Goose has opened. Thank you so much. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and pause this and... Oh, crap. I closed the other music. Well, you know what they say. When in doubt, open it back up. Let's listen to something else, though. I mean, I feel like the Call of Duty soundtrack is so lame, you know? Let's listen to some Rock of Ages 2 original soundtrack, guys, alright? Let's see. We're gonna click out of all of the memes here. He's angry. He's pissed. He's pissed. Oh man, he's not stopping. What's this? Oh, we closed out of something else. Hey, Chaotic Punisher, how you doing today? Chaotic Punisher, thank you for joining. Okay, so first big news for today. We have three coronavirus stories. So you might be asking yourselves, what does the coronavirus have to do with video games? Well, this is the biggest story right now, which was pointed out to me by a person who commented on my Outer Worlds Nintendo Switch reveal, right? That the Outer Worlds on Switch is going to be delayed due to the coronavirus outbreak, which is actually pretty crazy to think about. So, Private Division, who runs, I think it's Vitruvios? Wait, what is it? Yeah, Virtuos. I apologize. Virtuos came out on Twitter and said, "We're delaying Outer Worlds on Nintendo Switch due to the coronavirus impacting the Virtuos team working on the port. To provide them enough time to finish development. We'll now be releasing the physical version on cartridge. Once we have a new launch date, we'll let you know." And they came out after that and said, to clarify, the team at Virtuos is okay, but their office has remained closed during this time. we're working with the team to determine an updated development timeline, and we'll share more regarding the new launch date shortly. So, essentially, what happened, I believe that their studio is based in Thailand, and Thailand has actually been hit with the coronavirus, and YouTuber Davey504 is actually stuck in Thailand right now. He took a trip there. I believe his girlfriend lives in Thailand, and he took a trip there, and now Italy is the place that he's from. They're not allowing flights to and from Thailand, so he's stuck there. Well, same thing here is they actually closed down the studio so that people stay away from the studio while the coronavirus outbreak is occurring. So hopefully this isn't a big thing. I'm sure Thailand has a little bit better restrictions on like hospitals and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that it's not a too big of a delay. But I think the safety of the families and the people who are working for the studio is a little bit more important. If you don't recall, Virtuos was the one who actually told Obsidian, who is the developer behind the Outer Worlds, that yes, we can port this over to Switch, okay? Hey guys, a new meme! Woo! It's Thanos, and the duck and the goose has stolen the Infinity Gauntlet. So right now, I think it's been confirmed that over 800 people have died from coronavirus, am I right? And it's impacting mostly China right now, but there are cases pretty much around the world right now. So, hopefully everyone's okay at Virtuos and around the world, and we'll be, looking more at more virus news because production of the Animal Crossing Switch bundle has been affected by the coronavirus. So, if you don't recall, Animal Crossing got its own special Switch, what is it called, dock and Joy-Cons. And the company that, from China that develops or makes the equipment is being affected by the coronavirus. It's not in Wuhan or whatever it is, but it's around the area that's being impacted by the coronavirus. So they've actually had to delay the switches to Japan and China. They're saying that the Americas aren't affected and Europe is not affected for some reason. But right now, the Japanese market and Chinese market, of course, has been affected. So if you pre-ordered this, they're being pushed back. So the pre-order date of the 8th of February has been delayed to a vague to-be-determined date. They don't even have a date right now. So, yeah. So, Japan and China, of course, being affected, and Punisher just told me that Europe is affected as well. So it's kind of annoying to people, of course, who have bought the Switch a bundle of the game, hoping they get it. But like I said, it's better to keep these people safe than have them working in situations where they could contract the virus. Do I have anything else? No. Okay, so that was the only thing. I think there was another story that I took out, which was that Sony was saying the PS5 could be affected by a coronavirus outbreak, but they're saying it's highly unlikely. But don't be surprised if they announce that the holiday 2020 release of the PS5 is going to be delayed. Don't be surprised. Wanted, extremely dangerous Goose for multiple charges of theft, arson, and terrorism. If you've seen or have any information about this extremely dangerous criminal, please contact your local police. Oh man. So here's an interesting thing for people who live in the US. Nintendo is going to have Switch on the Go pop-up lounges in select US airports. So beginning later on the week of the 13th of February, which is this week, travelers have a chance to get stuck into some of the console's best games as they wait for their flights. A press release detailing the announcement says that attendees will encounter fun surprises at the airports with opportunities to go hands-on with both the Switch and the Switch Lite. And here's a picture of what they kind of think it's going to look like, There's like a little stand with 3 Joy-Cons on it and a TV. There's a little stand over here where you can probably link a Switch to the console. There's some Switch portable handhelds over here as well. And there's a bunch of seats with charging stations as well. So there'll be seating and charging ports, as well as different demos to play with both handheld and TV modes. Some games to expect: Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Party, and Tetris 99. Here are the different locations and the dates that are going to be there. So, Duels International Airport in Washington, D.C., Concourse B near West Entrance Exit next to Gate B62. That'll be during February 17th through March 29th. Seattle-Tacoma National Airport. I was there 2 years ago. Washington, Seattle, Washington. So, Concourse C next to Gate C10. That'll be the same time, February 17th through March 29th. O'Hare International Airport, Chicago, Illinois, Terminal 1, Concourse B, between Gates 12 and B14, same dates, 17th through the 29th. And the Dallas Love Field Airport in Dallas, Texas, West Terminal near Gates 14 and 15, that'll be between March 13th and 26th. So, if you're going to be traveling, you might end up seeing one of these Switch pop-ups, which is a kind of a cool little experience. Everyone's making fun of the coronavirus in the comments. Is this how the Tom Clancy The Division starts? That was someone released the virus on money in New York, so maybe you never know. All right, Dave, he said he'd be back in a bit. Guys, if you want to join the giveaway today, there is a giveaway going on for Ori and the Blind Forest on Steam. If you want to join that, just do !, giveaway, and I could gift it to you on Steam. All right. Instead of money, it's the PS5 or Outer Worlds for the Switch. Aha, boom chi. All right, Dead Cells. All right, I'm gonna have to move some of these memes, Mr. Goose, out of the way. Dead Cells. The new DLC for Dead Cells has released, which is like the Bad Seed, right? Bad Seed DLC. And now Dead Cells is getting a high-end physical Prisoners Edition release on Switch. Let's watch the little trailer. Oh my god. So they're showing off the figure that comes with it. The Prisoner figurine, 22 centimeters, 8.5 inches tall. Nice. So, while we have this here, hold on. The duck ruins the fun of the trailer. The duck doesn't ruin anything, Punisher. Get out of here. He's here whether you like him or not, alright? It's the gag of today's episode, okay? So, pre-orders are now open for it. So, what do you got? Alright, Bad Seed. Oh my god, they put fucking oh, what the fuck are those called? Okay, so Bad Seed DLC code is included. A collector's metal tin, which is like black with a red logo on it from the character's face, pretty much. A 7-inch vinyl soundtrack. That's pretty cool. A prisoner figure, which we already mentioned. He's holding a frying pan, and he's got pants on. That's good. There is a numbered certificate card, so that's how many, there's like how many out of 500 or whatever. There's an art card as well, and a Dead Cells Action Game of the Year case. Also, you get 3 enamel pins, 4 metallic stickers, and it includes a bonus art book and keychain. Dead Cells Prison Edition is available on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4, so not just Switch. Alright, Punisher, I'll talk to you later. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool edition. How much is it going for, though? It's going to be about $110. Woo! To be honest with you, it's actually not a bad price for how much you get. I think that to make it a little bit more pleasing to me, you would have to include maybe a larger statue or reduce the price by 10 or 20, I don't think I'm going to pick this up, of course, but it's a nice bundle. Dead Cells is a very popular game, and I think that if you haven't played it yet, I don't think you're going to want this, but I think you should try the game out definitely for sure. The new DLC came out today, and I think that it's a pretty good expansion so far. So yeah, there you go. Oh, we could RT, follow an RT to win a copy. Wow. All right, so that's that. Like I said, cool. I like it. I like it a lot. The Goose put a new meme on the screen. It's time to go. Was I a good goose? And the Reaper says no. And then he steals the Reaper's scythe. That's pretty funny. Boop. Alright, so if you don't recall, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, I believe they sued or sent a lawsuit to one of the websites that leaked Sword and Shield information. Well, here is their joint statement on the issue, and actually the website has actually also put out a statement as well, so we're going to read through that. So, building up to the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield, let's just go through what happened. Certain elements of the game, including Pokemon which hadn't been revealed, were leaked online. Images and information spread like wildfire, and it was painfully easy to accidentally stumble across unreleased content ahead of the game's schedule. Back in November, it was rumored that Nintendo may have caught the person or persons responsible for the leak, and the following month, we learned that the Pokemon Company was taking legal action by filing a lawsuit. So, here's what they came out in a statement from Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. In early November, Nintendo identified a number of photographs taken from gameplay that revealed multiple new and unannounced Pokemon for Pokemon Sword and Shield. These photographs have been posted online, and Nintendo, together with the Pokemon Company, quickly identified the person responsible for the leaks and took immediate action. These Pokemon were leaked by a reviewer of a Portuguese website, F Nintendo, who had received an early copy of the game for review purposes. Both he and FN Nintendo failed to handle confidential material, resulting in a clear breach of confidentiality agreement between Nintendo and the media outlet. As a result, Nintendo will no longer work with F Nintendo. Nintendo will always protect its intellectual property and brands. Leaks hurt not just Nintendo, but the thousands of employees who work hard to bring games to market, and the millions of fans around the world who look forward to new surprises. To surprise and delight players through new experiences is a shared passion for Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. We will pursue all avenues to preserve surprises for players of future Pokemon titles. Hey, Joyful Death, how you doing today? Yes, we have the untitled Goose desktop. He's been very helpful for the stream. Oh crap. Oh man, yeah, you can actually download it now. We already went over the article, so I forget the link. So anyways, Nintendo has parted ways with F Nintendo, which kind of seems obvious. Like, F Nintendo? It seems like they're saying fuck Nintendo, you know? But that's besides the point. Let's read F Nintendo's statement in response to what they said. So, to our readers. Yeah, it's called Desktop Goose or something like that. Desktop Goose. Yeah, it was really easy to install, and you can actually add your own memes and stuff to it. It's really cool. So, to our readers, they say, at the beginning of November, a series of off-screen photographs leaked multiple new and unannounced Pokemon from Sword and Shield. We want to take this opportunity to openly admit to our readers that F Nintendo was responsible for leaking some of these photos. He just the Goose just pulled out a gif of a goose dancing with some pigeons. Very nice. Nintendo offered us a copy of the game for review purposes, with clear embargo guidelines, to which we agreed. This copy was then sent to one of our reviewers, who leaked the information following the investigation. F Nintendo served its relationship with this reviewer. Or severed, I'm sorry. F Nintendo severed its relationship with this reviewer. Our relationship with Nintendo Portugal dates back 11 years, but our part in the leak is a clear breach of the confidentiality agreement between us, and, as a result, a total breach of trust with Nintendo. We recognize it is impermissible to break embargo guidelines, and we failed to handle the review materials with sufficient care. We fully respect Nintendo's decision to cancel the confidentiality agreement between our companies as a result of this breach of trust, and accept that we will no longer receive products from Nintendo, nor will be invited to attend their events. We want to apologize to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company and to our readers for letting them down. So yeah, that's a big oof, because Nintendo's big, and you're a publishing company who reviews stuff, and you can't get any Nintendo games early. might as well just shut down, guys. Nintendo makes up a good chunk of people, reviewers and viewership, and it's like, you fucked up. You fucked up big time. Or a single person fucked up, but they ended up publishing it on their website anyway, so it sucks for them, and I think that Nintendo was justified in terminating their contract with them and banning them. I really do. Joyful Death says, I'm alright. I need to do some work for my mom here soon. Just stopping by to say hi, and I'm glad I did. Well, thank you for joining us, Joyful Death, for as long as you can. This is the best podcast stream ever. Thank you, Joy. It's going to be tough for them for sure, yes. It's tough for me right now because I'm getting over a sickness. But I'm going to take a quick BRB, and we are going to get some more Wawa. We're going to get some more water, so I'll be right back, guys. Be right back real quick. All right? Oops. Hold on. I fucked up. There we go. Alright, I hope you guys like the ASMR of the goose stepping around the screen as I was going. Alright, let's move on to... Okay, so this one actually came to us as a surprise. The Sakurai, who actually is the creator of the Smash Brothers series, came out and said, yes, there are too many Fire Emblem representatives in Smash Brothers. He says it's time to move on. He says this has already been something that's been decided, but I think he was literally forced to put Bayleth, or a Fire Emblem character from Three Houses, into the game by Nintendo. That's what I'm thinking right now. Let's read some of the quotes he said to Famitsu Column, which is an interviews website. So Sakurai says, this was of course translated from Japanese. I understand the first and foremost. There are too many Fire Emblem characters, and that's... Oh my gosh, he put a fucking meme right in front of the text. And what's more, there are too many sword users. It's something that already has been decided, though, so let's move on. I should be thinking more about other things, he says. Okay. He further explained how his own preferences don't play a role into the fire selection process. He says, my preferences don't play a role in which new fighters are added. Nintendo has a larger say in that decision, and brings their thoughts to the table. At any rate, the theme for this character was how much freshness they brought to the game. The fighters that we included in Smash Bros. Tend to come from a series that have histories. For example, Dragon Quest Hero, Banjo-Kazooie, and Fatal Fury's Terry Bogard all first appeared around 20 to 30 years ago. I want to include a quite wide berth of characters. To avoid Byleth becoming another character reliant on swordplay, Sakurai decided to consider the techniques of the fighter. As a workaround, I considered what techniques the character should use and ended up implementing the Three Houses leaders' hero relics as some of their moves to keep with elements present in Three Houses. For instance, though the character uses a bow at all the same, how the player uses it can differentiate in it quite a bit for, say, Link or Pit's bows. So, he did try his best to make the character not just a sword fighter, but, of course, in the end, it's just too many Fire Emblem characters. Like, come on. Like, this wasn't even like everyone was disappointed, I think, with this introduction. I think even Fire Emblem lovers were annoyed with this. I mean, this was the last character in the first DLC pack. And We're getting another Fire Emblem character. I don't even really like Fire Emblem, guys. I like I didn't even play Three Houses. I played a game back in the day, which I enjoyed, but I'm not like a huge fan. But when you look at the roster of characters in Smash Brothers, even back to Melee, you're going, who are these characters? Roy? Marth? What the fuck? And they just kept adding more and more for some reason, and there's a lot of characters who use similar techniques and similar moves, and I think that the next fighter pack is going to have some very, very different characters in it. I'm thinking Crash Bandicoot Day 1, right guys? Spyro the Dragon? Come on, you got this. Alright, moving on. Ubisoft. We're not done talking about them. They are preparing to launch 5 AAA games before April next year. So, in their latest financial call, they revealed that the French video game giant is going to be releasing 5 AAA games before April next year. 3 are going to arrive in the third quarter of the next financial year, which is October through December 2020, and the other 2 will be released in the fourth quarter, January to March. At the moment, there are only 3 games we know that they're working on right now, which is Watch Dogs Legion, Gods and Monsters, and Rainbow Six Quarantine. Other titles, these titles were delayed last October to increase developer time, and then they said that, you know, well, let's say, what are these next 2 games? A lot of people are speculating Assassin's Creed game. It could be, you know, maybe a PS5 game, Assassin's Creed game built for PS5, Viking style. That's a system seller right there. Far Cry, a new Far Cry game. Everyone, you know, lots of people love Far Cry. We're not done talking about Far Cry, guys. I think that they could have a huge success with a Far Cry 6 next gen game, you know. But of course, we'll have to wait and see. Hey, Callus, how are you doing, Callus? If you want to join in the giveaway, we're giving away a game. Giving away Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I'm sorry, that's the new one. We're giving away Ori and the Black Forest or whatever it's called. What did I say? It's in Discord. Blind Forest. The Blind Forest. All right. Let's get some of these memes out of the way, guys. This Goose is going crazy. Goose is going crazy. All right, here's a fun one. And I actually have a Tubbs myself. One of these rubber duckies. Tubbs, cosplaying ducks, are going to add Sonic, Doom, Street Fighter, and more. And yes, I do have a duck myself. It's a Mad Moxie duck, which is a really cool design. There she is right there. So let's watch the reveal trailer for Wave 2. Oh, this soundtrack is popping. Now, I'm not going to say that I fully endorse Tubbs, but they do make very high quality rubber ducks, okay? They like the Saruman one is amazing, the detail on it. The Mad Moxie one I have, very good detail on it. I love the Crash Bandicoot ones. Those ones are probably the funniest ones because they're just the random shapes of the heads. And the Spyro one looks pretty cool too. But the new ones, we have Sonic and Dr. Eggman in time for the new Sonic movie. Street Fighter, new Street Fighter characters. Ghoul and E Honda. We have Doom people. Doom Ducks. We have Doom Slayer, Imp, Marauder, and Hell Knight. We also have a wave of Last of Us characters, Ellie, Joel, Tess, and the Clicker, which is a highly disturbing one if you guys saw that one. And then finally, we have the Resident Evil lot, which is Leon, Jill, Claire Redfield, and Chris Redfield. So 4 new characters there as well. Pretty cool. And like I said, I like the quality of these ducks. They're really good quality ducks, you know? It's not like they're not quality. So I'm really excited to see this new wave. Out of these, I'm probably going to get the Doom duck, to be honest with you. Because that's really the only franchise. I mean, I might get the Leon duck, you know, just because I love Resident Evil 2. But, you know, there you go. Also, Dr. Eggman is pretty funny as well. There's no Goose Duck? Not yet. Not yet. That'd be pretty funny, though. I still want to get... I want to get some more regular ducks, but I really can't find them in retail stores right now. I probably have to get them from... there you go. Inhales honk. Probably have to get them from, like, Amazon or something. Alright, let's move on. Co-op shooter Outriders is coming to the PS5 at launch this holiday. And they actually got a new... I believe they got a new reveal trailer. Let's see what it says. Yeah, February 11th. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Okay. I thought that was it.
From one nightmare to another. Not on our dying Earth, but somewhere much worse.
Okay. Square Enix presents A People Can Fly production, which is the same company as Bulletstorm.
We came to Enoch as our last chance. A chance at a new home. But what we found didn't save humanity.
Oh, okay.
It consumed it. We
Alright.
woke changed. The anomaly unleashed within us. Burning with power. Impossible power.
Alright, so I'm... Okay. So it's gonna be like Mass Effect? Right? You have like these biotic powers and guns. It's more like ballistic guns and stuff like that. Yeah, there's some like monsters they're fighting. She just put up a ring of fire there.
Humanity, yet gives us so much more.
Interesting weapon choice there.
Taking us further from what we were.
Interesting armor. That must be the bad guy of the game.
To what we must become.
Maybe not. Maybe that's a... Okay, so that said leave humanity behind. Oh, you know I'm a sucker for Screamo. Outsiders. Okay, so what did we learn from that, guys? It's probably gonna be like a little bit like a Gears of War. Yeah, Callous. We're in the same zone here. Gears of War, Mass Effect type hybrid. That's amazing. So yeah, I think that it could be a cool game. It's gonna be next gen, like Watch Dogs was next gen. We'll have to wait and see on that one. It looks good, you know, from the trailers. Of course, we didn't really see gameplay, so we don't really know how it plays, but it looks like a cover action shooter, right? It's probably going to be like a third-person cover action shooter where you use powers to defeat enemies. So that's what I'm thinking for that. All right, let's do this giveaway, guys. We're giving away Ori and the Blind Forest. If you want to join in, you have a few seconds here. Exclamation point giveaway. Free Steam game up for grabs. Courtesy of me, Yemmy the Ferret. And let's close it and do it. And pick a winner. Callous. Just Callous has won the giveaway. Callous, do you want to keep the game or do you want to give it to someone else? Rigged, says Greedy Waffles. Callous says, oh wow. I actually just bought this game myself because it's like $5. And it's got high marks, and I'm going to put it on the live stream list myself. So Callous, let me know if you want to give it away to someone else. Give it away now, or if you want to keep it. Keep it for yourself. I love Metroidvania. Metroidvanos? Metroidvanias. Alright, so while Callous decides, and this Goose decides, Naughty Dog is putting the final touches on The Last of Us Part 2 ahead of the release. So, in a little bit of like a update, Naughty Dog came out and wrote in a developer update that they were thrilled to say that they've entered the final stretch of production and are putting the finishing touches on The Last of Us Part 2, as you read this. And it continues to say, the end of development puts us one very large step closer to launch. We know all of you have been so patient over the past few years, so it's been thrilling to see our game taking its final shape, and knowing that means it will be in your hands soon. So if you don't recall, Last of Us Part 2 was, obviously pushed back from last year to this year. So we'll be seeing that very, very soon. And it's important to note, people who are going to PAX East, that Last of Us Part 2 is going to be able to play in the PAX East Theater later this month. So, we won't be able to buy the game until May 2020, but Sony is going to PAX, and they are going to allow you to play the game early. From the 27th of February through March 1st, those who go to Boston are going to be able to play a demo featuring a full hour of gameplay within a section named Patrol. It's said to take place early in the game with Ellie and Dina, and they're going to venture outside of Jackson to clear out infected in the surrounding areas. So the queues are probably going to be crazy long for this game, but I really do hope they have something special for the people who play the demo. When I played Wolfenstein: The New Colossus at PAX West, they gave us milkshakes and a collectible cup. It was amazing. Every booth had something special to give you, whether it was a pin or something like that. I still have my yeah, here it is. It's right here. So I'm stupid. I attached it to the pole. But anyways, I got a pin from Shadow of War, and also they gave Monster Hunter World gave us a lanyard. So they gave out pretty cool stuff, and that was at PAX 2017. I still have the badges right there. I want to try, if the line is short enough, like, definitely we're going to jump into that line, because even though I haven't played all the way through The Last of Us yet, I'm still interested in playing Last of Us 2. So I definitely am gonna try and do that, and that'll give me a good exclusive look into Last of Us Part 2. And hopefully, I think we're gonna bring our Switch so that we'll have something to do in the lines this year, because when we went to West, it was like an hour or so to wait for some games, and even at that, it was like we played Cuphead for like 15 minutes. And and we waited for like an hour because Amanda wanted to play it, and it was just like, it was just a 15-minute gameplay demo. I was like, come on, we didn't even get anything special from that one. From Sea of Thieves, I've already shown this off, but not right now. They gave us like a pirate tattoo sleeve. They gave us a pirate eye patch. It was awesome, and it had like the Sea of Thieves logo on it. It was awesome. Yeah, I don't think we'll be live streaming from PAX East, but I'll definitely do a recap and stuff like that. So cool things, and also one last thing for The Last of Us: get out your pens, get out your cell phones, guys, because I have a code for you. A Last of Us Part 2 theme is available for people who type in the code, guys. For the Americas, our code is 4 F as in Frank, M as in Mary, P as in Paul, B as in Bob, another B as in Bob, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, J as in Josh, 5, L as in Larry, and 3. That is your America code for the free PS4 theme of it's Ellie sitting by a tree. She's playing a guitar. I believe it's a stale theme. It's not like a moving theme, but it is a nice little theme to get, especially for free. All right. If you're in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Russia, Middle East, Africa, India, your code is 9, D as in dog, E as in egg, K as in Karl Marx, P as in Paul, K as in Karl Marx, N as in Nancy, G as in Greg, N as in Nancy, 445. That is yours. So Americas, we did yours first, and Europe, there is yours as well. For the Asian territories, Naughty Dog says to check your region's PlayStation accounts on social media for more details. The codes are going to expire on the 11th of February 2021, so you got a whole year to use them. Yes, you redeemed the... Callus, you're so funny. Alright. So there you go. That's the Last of Us 2 information. Now, guys, it's time to turn off the music because we're talking about Anthem. Yes, that's right. Anthem is back. It's time to turn on the carnival music. All right, we're going to do carnival music, guys. Because because Anthem is one big joke, guys. It's one big fucking joke. Right? It's one big... I paid $60 for this game! Okay. Woo! Anthem still has Christmas decorations up. And Christmas happened 2 months ago. Wow! Congratulations, developers of Anthem. You've really done it this time. Twitter people have come out and said, I decided to drop back into Anthem, and guess what? The Christmas decorations are still up. Wow! To be fair, the event was extended to February, so that's probably why they haven't taken them down yet, but still, it's a little long. But here's the big thing. Alright, Anthem is being reinvented over the coming months, says BioWare. There you go. BioWare's come up and says they're going to reinvent the game. Does this mean a free-to-play model? Maybe upgrading the RPG elements? Maybe just trashing the game. I don't know. But the general manager, Casey Hudson, came out and said Anthem will require a more substantial reinvention than an update or expansion. Over the coming months, we will be focusing on a long-term redesign of the experience, specifically working to reinvent the core gameplay loop with clear goals, motivating challenges, and progression with meaningful rewards, while preserving the fun of flying and fighting an advanced science fiction fantasy. He also continued to say, to do that properly, we'll be doing something we'd like to have done more the first time around, giving a focused team the time to test and iterate, focusing on gameplay first. So yeah, Anthem's gonna be getting a total overhaul, which is it's just so annoying, guys. It's so annoying. Why did you release the game if it's what you if you knew that it's not what you wanted it to be? He even admits here that they didn't give them enough time to develop the game because EA is so money hungry. If this game does not become free to play, I don't know what to say. We're going back to circus theme, guys. I don't know if it doesn't become free to play, I don't know what to say about this. If you're gonna try and sell this game for $40 to $60, you're done. You're dead. BioWare, I'm calling it right now. BioWare is getting shut down within the next 2 years. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna work their hearts out to make Anthem a better game, but people are gonna be sick of it. I was sick of it after like 3 hours of playing it. It's just such a boring, repetitive, nothing of a game. The story is absolute dog shit. There's more dog shit in this game than out there where I walk my dog. And there's a lot of shit out there. Alright? People don't pick up their dog poo. It's absolutely insane. But this game was so bad. Voice acting, storylines, story in general, RPG elements, enemies, level design, open world. Awful, awful, awful. It's just such a non-entertaining game for a concept that is so cool. Iron Man suits flying around shooting aliens. Like, that should have been amazing. It's coming from BioWare, the masters of sci-fi, Mass Effect, Jade Empire, all that stuff, right? But they come out with a new IP, sci-fi adventure, and it's absolute dog shit? Come on, dude. Am I over-exaggerating? A little bit. But I'm pretty pissed at this game. Because this is the last game I'm buying from BioWare. I will ever buy from BioWare. I'm done with them. I'm not buying another Mass Effect if it comes out because Andromeda was such crap. I'm not even looking at Dragon Age 4. I don't even know. I don't even play Dragon Age 4, guys. I don't even care about that game. And this game, if it becomes free to play, maybe I'll jump into it to see what the hell happens. But other than that, no. If this game is selling for $60 with a new version, you know, kind of like Rock Band 4 where they released Rivals, right? It was like, hey, buy this $40 expansion for multiplayer. This is gonna be my reaction. This is gonna be my reaction. Okay. It's not working. Oh no. What happened? I deleted it, guys. I deleted it. Oh man. Man, where'd Badlands Shugs go? Hold on, I'm gonna fix it right now. Live on stream right now, guys. Okay. Ear rape has been successful. Alright. I'm done with Anthem. Anthem's done. We're done talking about it. Alright. Very nice. Let's get back to... Hey, it's the Game Box, a.k.a. Pickle Man, whatever... What do you call yourself now, Iovio? You're gonna have to tell me what that's all about. I bought Anthem the other week, €5 or £5, brand new. Not even opened it yet. You know, to be honest with you, you might as well not. You might as well just sell it again. Alright, I'm getting sweaty, guys. It's time to wrap this up. How you doing? How you doing anyways, Iovio? I hope you're doing good, Nathan. Pickle Man? Pickle Jar Man? Nathan. He wants to be called Nathan now. I will respect that. I respect that, Nathan. Anyways, how you been? How you been? Alright. Okay. Alright, so Frogwares. What have they been up to? Frogwares, if you don't recall, they were shafted by their publisher, which was Focus Home Interactive. They are the people behind the Sherlock Holmes games, which are pretty good. You know, they're pretty good. But they finally got their games back on the European market. And they actually added one to the PlayStation Store in America not too long ago as well. But yeah, back in September 2019, it was announced that the Sherlock Holmes games are going to be pulled from the PlayStation Store thanks to a dispute with their publisher Focus Home Interactive. Well, now the issue has been resolved as Frogware has today relisted the game on PlayStation Europe, meaning that's now available to purchase again across the EU and US. So they came out on Twitter and said, Sherlock Holmes is back, this time on PS4 in Europe. We worked hard to bring Crimes and Punishment back online after it was delisted, and rest assured, this is only the beginning for the world's greatest detective. So it's unclear if they're going to continue the Sherlock Holmes series. I haven't played the games much myself. I played a little demo of one not too long ago, but you know, it was nothing that really piqued my interest. But a lot of people do like these games, and they do sell pretty well. So if you want to, you can get the game for $40, but wait for a sale. Nathan says, I'll explain when I'm done with it. You call me what you want. Oh, okay, sexy. I'm pretty ill currently. Yeah, I'm getting over it. Sucks that your pickle is ill. But I'm looking forward to the explanation. All right. Excuse me. Oh God, Yemmy, stop giving us that crazy ear rape. There's a game called Below, which was a Microsoft exclusive, and it's coming to the PS4 this year. So let's watch the trailer for it right meow. Oh my gosh, Goose. Alright, so it's a, it's like a top-down... Whoops. Best visual art. Man, the Goose does not like that. Explore mode, a new way to discover the Isles. So it's kind of like a top-down kind of game, kind of like Rad. If you remember Rad, he's climbing up a vine. He's overlooking a vast. Oh, okay. Combat looks like it's kind of like Diablo. Yeah, kind of like Diablo, guys. Maybe more like Rad. Rediscover a haunting subterranean adventure. He's got like a shield and a sword. Below, explore. Update coming soon to PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. So yeah, I mean, it looks kind of interesting, right? So once it gets out on PlayStation, or maybe I'll just look at it on Steam. I don't know. Maybe that. But let's see. Let's see what it says here. Chris Piotrowski, whatever that guy. He's the developer. He's part of the developer. Said the Explore mode is for those who were turned off by the original challenge below. It was clear that many players were intrigued by the game's haunting underworld and rich atmosphere, but its difficulty made the game inaccessible to some. We hope to see new players get into below, and for seasoned players to revisit the Isle and enjoy the game a whole new way. So it must have been like, I don't know if it was Souls-like, but maybe it was just a really difficult game that they put in adventure mode in, which is probably like an easy mode, you know, something story mode. How have you got a Goose clicker? It's something you can download. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream. You go to a website, you download it, you can add your own memes and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the game was pretty high on my list of top 10 games last year. I really enjoy it. And some guy made this little goose. It's really fun. He's been screwing with us the entire time. Okay, so what's next? Oh, crap! I accidentally closed that out. Hold on, guys. Okay, so the Rockstar Games co-founder and writer of Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption is set to leave the company. This guy has been with the company for like 22 years or something. It's ridiculous. He's one of the co-founders of Rocksteady Games. So Dan Houser, who is the co-founder of Rockstar Games, like I just said, he's leaving the company in March 2020 to take a Take-Two document reveals. I couldn't read there for a second. Houser and his brother Sam have long been instrumental in shaping the developer's creative vision. Dan Houser, who has the official titles include Vice President, is credited as being the writer of every Grand Theft Auto title, as well as Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. So he said in a statement, "We are extremely grateful for his contributions." Oh, Rockstar said in a statement, "We are extremely grateful for his contributions. Rockstar Games has built some of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful games worlds, a global community of passionate fans, and an incredible talented team, which remains focused on current and future projects." Naturally, this announcement does raise a few questions. Obviously, people are going to want to snatch him up because even though Grand Theft Auto games don't have the most amazing story, right? They're still pretty well written, and especially Red Dead 1 and 2, some of the best written games that you can find. But people are definitely going to be asking for his hand in, not marriage, but, his hand in writing things with their company. So we'll see what happens next. I'm sure he's going to be swooped up by someone really, really soon. So all the best to him in his future endeavors. I mean, Greedy Waffle and I, one of the first games we played together was Grand Theft Auto 3. And he had a copy of the game where it would crash, like the ground would disappear, right? We would drive on nothing, and the game would eventually crash. And there was a point in the game we couldn't get past. Fun times. Fun times. Alright, so, everyone get ready your shocked faces. There's a new Call of Duty coming in 2020. Not surprising at all. So this comes out after Activision came out and said that they're going to put a new Call of Duty out in 2020. It's going to arrive this fall, And according to Activision, it cannot confirm which studio is leading the development project. As I reported on last year in my other podcast, Yemmy Cast, which is now defunct, they came out and said that Sledgehammer and Raven Studios might be taking a more like a helper approach to this title, and Treyarch is going to be taking the lead on it again. People are predicting or rumoring that it's going to be Black Ops 5 instead of like another Sledgehammer game. But here's my problem. Sledgehammer's made a really good game. Call of Duty World War II is one of my favorite Call of Duties ever, made by Sledgehammer and Raven Studios. Advanced Warfare was their first take, and it was fine. It was just not good, you know? It was just like a fine little experience. It wasn't amazing. And I think that Call of Duty Activision doing this is going to be really detrimental, especially because Black Ops 4 and 3 are complete garbage games. Like, I haven't even thought about them in years, guys, because they're so bad. So we'll see what comes of this. Hopefully Treyarch is not the one heading this next game, because I'm really interested to see what Sledgehammer can do after World War II. Because World War II was so good, you know? So hopefully this is not a downward trend for Call of Duty, but whatever. Hey, the John Baker. How you doing today? He says he has me on mute, but I'm hot. So thank you. Let's move on to the other Call of Duty news, which is Modern Warfare Season 2 has launched already, and there's new maps, game modes, and guns, and of course a new season of content. Now, before I say anything, this comes with a 51 gig update. 51 gigs that I forgot to download last night, but I will tell you this, the game is getting up there. I mean, they just had us reinstall multiplayer and Spec Ops after a 20 gigabyte update. What are they doing, guys? This is crazy. These big updates are just like, it's just like with World War Z. When I want to go play Call of Duty, oh, there's an update. Sorry, I haven't been able to play Call of Duty in like weeks because I don't feel like updating the game because it's like a 25 gig update. It's ridiculous. And I wanted to play more of Season 1. I got a lot of stuff out of it. I got both guns, a few new operators and stuff like that. But this season is adding the fan favorite character, Ghost, of course. He's going to be joining the fray. And there's new maps as well. There's Rust and a map called Atlas Superstore. There's a new Ground Wars map called Zakhaev Boneyard, which is probably based off the Modern Warfare 2 level. New gunfight maps, Bazaar and Rust, of course. Also, during the season, Kandor Hideout will be added, and new operators called Mace and Talon are going to be added. New multiplayer modes, gunfight tournaments and CDL playlist. New operator Ghost, and the new weapons, the Growl 5.56 and the Striker 45. So an SMG and an assault rifle, which... do we really need more assault rifles? Come on! I'm trying to get them all golden, and they're adding more assault rifles. Fuck you. A new SMG, that's okay. I mean, we do have a lot of them, but people are really wanting a new sniper rifle, which I think is coming later, because there's a new weapon that's classified that kind of looks like it could be part of a sniper rifle. Who knows? Also, a new multiplayer mode's coming later during the season. Infected Ground War, gunfight variants, NVG Reinforce, and more. So if you want to, you can download it now. Day 1, we're getting a bunch of new stuff, and of course you'll probably have to purchase the Season 2 pass, which will give you access to a lot of things early. It doesn't say how much it is right now, but you know, it's probably about the same, probably about $20 or $30 or something like that. Alright, so that's that. Like I said, it's available now to download. I forgot to download it last night, so I can't tell you anything about it, but I'll be sure to download it tonight, and I'll talk about it next podcast, get into it, what's different, new things like that. Rust has been a long time coming. People have been wanting Rust since Modern Warfare 3, but they didn't pull the trigger, and now we finally got Rust, and I don't know if we need it. You know, after shipment in this game, I'm just kind of like burned out of small maps, and they just added a new one, so whatever. All right, The Division 2. No one cares. All right, so there's last thing for today, Wavy Rocket, which is a 90s arcade title. It's preparing to launch on the PS4 and other consoles in 2020. Let's look at the reveal trailer. You got me. So the game is like he's like flying on like a wave, right? And he's going along the wave. So, okay. Go up and down. It's kind of like a audio wave length, you know, something like that. I think that, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Oop, he just got killed. Kind of looks like the villain from Ukulele. Explore the rad new hub world. Smash speed and high scores. Over 80 challenging levels. Become a Grand Master. Collect tricky collectibles. Battle intense bosses. It won't be an easy ride. Wavy the Rocket, May 7th, 2020. Put it on your wish list now! So yeah, kind of an interesting looking game. I'm not sure if if it's gonna be like a really good game, but I think I'm gonna look into it because it does look like a little fun little concept. Like I said, it's a little bit of a basic game, but it might be a little bit of a challenge. It might be a little bit of fun to play. So yeah, Wavy the Rocket. Presuming that the rocket is named Wavy, he kind of looks like a cool fish, bro. Yeah, he's cool, guys. Woohoo! So yeah, we'll look into that more once more gets revealed for it. For right now, you know, just the 7th of May is the Steam release, and it's heading to the PlayStation 4 and other consoles later this year. Okay, there you go. All right, guys, I reconsidered. Let's look at the Division 2. Even though I hate this game, Division 2 Warlords of New York has been confirmed for the PS4 and other consoles, which is going to be the game's biggest DLC yet. Ubisoft has now revealed that Division 2 Warlords of New York is a narrative-focused expansion which takes players back to New York, and you can get in-depth look at all 10-minute developer walkthrough in the video on their YouTube channel, Ubisoft North America. There's no release date yet, but they said it will cost about $30. New York is under threat, which isn't it always? Aaron Keener, a former Division agent turned rogue, has taken control of Lower Manhattan, backed by 4 devoted and highly skilled lieutenants trained by the Division but disavowing its ideals. They are now the highest authority in the town and the most formidable force the agents have ever faced. They're trying to get that nostalgia of Division 1, right? And Division 1 is a good game. Division 2 is not a good game. AI is busted, ranking up weapons all dumb, story was bad, right? The open world was annoying. I didn't like Division 2. Division 1's fine. I enjoyed that one. This game, no thanks. I didn't get the season pass. I'm definitely not getting the DLC. I don't even know. Do we even want to look at any of the gameplay? Like, it just looks the same. And they're supposed to be in New York? Oh, look, it's Chinatown. Well, that's cool. That's cool looking, right? But I don't know. I don't know about this, guys. It just looks like the same thing. You're going to be using special abilities, going cover to cover. Probably going to be about the same missions. You're probably going to be opening a million doors, you know. It's all that. Yeah, if you've seen a Division 2 for $5 like Callus did today, maybe pick it up, but it's a pass from me, guys. And I played through this game all the way with Greedy Waffle. It was just not a good game. Not a good game. So, yeah, Yeah, that's it for this episode, goose-filled episode of Ferret 64. Thank you so much to everyone who joined the live stream. Nathan, aka Iovio, aka Pickleman, The John Baker, Greedy Waffle, Callus, congratulations for winning the game as well, Callus. We had Chrono Dave, Joyful Death, Douglas and Dragons, Chaotic Punisher, and I think that was everyone. So thank you everyone who came by. Thank you Dave for resubscribing to Twitch. That was amazing. When my throat's feeling better, which will probably be Saturday, we'll do karaoke for you, my dude. That is Yemmy the Ferret guarantee. Yemmy the Ferret guarantee. All right, anything else you want to say, Goose? All right, thank you very much, Goose. All right, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this adventure of a lifetime. I am Yemmy the Ferret, and as you guys know, I enjoy doing this, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that the sickness has run its course, and we're back. We're alive, and we're dying inside, but we're good. We're good. All right, guys. Thank you once again to everyone who joined. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for our playthrough of Peter Jackson's King Kong. We're going to start that. And it'll probably continue through Saturday. So if you want to, you can join me for those things. I am Yemmy the Ferret, and I am out of here.